Hey Yogi, welcome to class. If you're new to the channel, I'm Ree. This is Burley, and I think you can see Drake. Welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. It is sick to have you back practicing with us on YouTube. Before we get into today's twisty vinyasa practice, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please do. It just helps the three of us to grow on the platform. And if you enjoy the class, give the video a thumbs up and, leave us a comment. All those things help. If you want to follow along with me on Instagram, or if you want to tag me to show me how you got on with the practice, then it's at Riri's Yoga channel. Okay, all of that stuff out of the way. Now is the moment where she decides she wants to come on my mat when we're ready to begin. You're not going to need any props for today's class, but for some seated postures, if you know that you like to have a little bit of elevation under your seat with a blanket or one of those thin box, grab that now, because there's going to be a couple of opportunities to use them, but nothing's required. And then any other props that you like to have, blocks in particular, if they make the journey more enjoyable for you, do grab those now, and then meet me at the back of the mat. We're going to start sitting on our shins. I'm just obviously going to politely have to move Burley. So coming into the back of the mat, sit on the shins. This is a great place if you've got a block to just pop the block underneath your seat, in between your ankles, and squeeze onto it, just to elevate the hips a little bit, and it might feel a bit better on the front of the foot. But if not, you're just going to sit here in a Virasana or Vajrasana, and palms down onto the thighs. Just let them rub gently up and down, just to sort of find that sweet spot, that little bit in the middle where you feel like you want them to land. And then from here, just see if you can elevate through the spine. So almost imagine that, you are a puppet, you've got strings on the shoulders and on the crown of your head, and someone gently just pulls up. I'm not sure that would be the noise for a puppet, but anyway, someone gently is just elevating you. And I want you to think about that elevation coming from the sit bones. So from the sit bones, kind of where the spine meets your hips, everything is just reaching upwards, just to really elongate the spine. And then from here, just draw the chin down a little bit so that we have a nice neutral spine, and sit nice and tall. Feel free here to soften the gaze or completely close the eyes, whatever is calling you. And let's just have a few breaths to tune in to you, to how you've shown up today on your mat, the energy that has arrived on the mat with you. And, the spectrum of how we can feel is just so ginormous. I'm not going to try and put words in your mouth or thoughts in your head, but just tap into how you're feeling in this moment. How does it feel to sit with the spine nice and long? Are there any parts of discomfort in the low body? Notice how you're naturally holding yourself in this space, and how that represents how you're feeling potentially. Allow the next few breaths to deepen, to really start to arrive you at the practice, the starting place. Every inhale, maybe you want to visualize the rib cage expanding in all directions. And if you were looking down at yourself through the plumb line, you'd see that expansion, north, south, east, west. And then as you exhale, visualize it. Just come back together. Let's take 3 of those together. So inhale deeply through your nose. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. Blink the eyes open if they're closed. From here, on your next inhale, sweep your arms up. Let your drishti chase the fingers up to the ceiling. As you exhale, we're going to twist to the right. So you're going to take your right arm back behind you. Your left hand is going to go somewhere on the outside of your right leg. And this doesn't need to be a big twist. We're just warming up here. So, you know, fingertips behind you, and just use your left hand to give you a bit of leverage to go a bit deeper. Try not to twist too much with the neck here. So try and let the neck almost just follow the line of the torso. It's so deceptive, I think. When we use the eyes in a twist, I often anyway, feel like I'm in the super deepest twist ever, like a pretzel. And then realize that actually I was just turning my neck a lot and turning my eyes a lot. And my spine was not actually doing a huge amount of the twist. So if that's you, just acknowledge it. If you are like the pretzel, good for you. Nice, take a deep inhale, back to center, gather everything up, look up. Exhale, let's take that on the other side. So left hand goes behind and just seeks for something behind you. Right hand just gently is going to add a little bit of leverage. And again, try and keep the neck, you know, it can twist obviously, but you know, we don't want to yank it just yet. So try and keep it almost in line with where your kind of sternum is heading. That's just going to give you a good idea of the level of twisting you have. Pull that right hip back, just in case the twist is coming from the hips. Nice, inhale up. Exhale, we'll go again. We're just going to go a couple of times here. We're going to spend a bit less time in each spot, but keep thinking about sitting up and out of the sit bones. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. As the fingers go down, I like to think about the fingers kind of almost drawing energy up from the floor and having this long line of energy from the middle of the ribs all the way down to the middle of the fingers. Inhale back to the center. Exhale. So it's almost like electric current coming up from those fingertips to zip you up. I'm not sure what's going on with my sound effects today. Inhale to the center. Exhale, very extra. Nice. And release. Come back to center. Beautiful. Come off the feet if they're starting to kind of talk to you. Mine certainly are. Feel free to tap them a few times. And then actually from here, let's come into tabletop position, warming up the wrists. So the usual thing, you know the score. We're just going to get the wrists, the forearms, the fingertips, all just super warm here by just circling the body over the hands, but really gripping the mat with the fingers. Think Hasta Bandha, the hand lock, drawing energy, kind of suction cupping the energy into the palm, like we do with the heel of the arch of the foot. Just keep circling, moving the weight across, just distributing it east to west, left to right, right to left. Just really want to get into our wrists, getting them nice and warm for, you know, inevitably a vinyasa practice. We tend to be on them a lot. And we often can neglect them a lot. If you've been with me a while, you'll know that I have a bit of a mild wrist warm-up obsession. Nice, come back to center and then make fists with the hands and have your thumbs kind of coming across the fist. We're going to pop the knuckle side down onto the mat, still shoulder width, and then your thumbs are going to kind of point in towards each other if they can. Keep your arms nice and straight here, and then roll onto the back of the palm, open the hand, maybe a little bend, straighten, and then clasp the fingers back in, so make the fist again. And just do that a few times on your own, but really finish the movement. And by that I mean make sure that you are really controlling the roll of the back of the palm onto the mat. Just want to get some nice sort of flexion there into the wrists. Squeeze the fingers in as you clench the fist. So make this specific rather than just some lackadaisical like open and close. Make it nice and specific so that we really target some stuff here. Stuff being quite a general way of saying target the stuff in our hands, in our wrists. Nice. From here, flip the palms backwards. plant them down. If coming all the way backwards is too much, then go out to the side just so that you're not in the normal orientation that we have in the quadruped pose. Nice, we'll cat-cow this out from here. Inhale, lower the belly, lift the gaze, lift the chest. Imagine you could drag your chest through your arms, and then exhale, ripple and round into the cat pose, chin to chest. Inhale, pull through, come to cow pose. Exhale, wave it back. Inhale, pull through, cow pose. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Come back to neutral. Bring the hands back to where they were. From here, as you inhale, sweep your right arm out to the side. And then as you exhale, feed that right arm through. Just take a little twist here. And then from here, if it feels good, you can take your left arm out and just see if it can reach around to grab for something. Maybe that's your t-shirt, maybe that's your thigh, your yoga pants, whatever you're wearing, your joggers, pajamas, maybe. Use that to just pull you gently open. Nice. Take that left hand back to where you got it from. Let's sweep the right arm up. And then exhale it down. Have a little shake, come back to the middle. Let everything come back into symmetry, if you like. And then find your stance. Take an inhale as you sweep that left arm. Let the gaze follow the hand here. And then as you exhale, sweep the arm under. And we'll take that twist. The head can come to the mat if it likes. You can sweep your right arm around, bending at the elbow and catching for the thigh, or maybe you just grab for your t-shirt or whatever you're wearing. Notice how that right shoulder feels as you start to rotate it open, and then gently release, sweep it all the way back round, push off the right hand to come back to center, have a little bit of a wiggle, shake it out. Nice, and from here, tuck your toes, push your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Walk for the dog out if that's a bit short coming from the tabletop. Feel free to pedal out this dog and just get a little bit of movement into the low body. Nice. From here, come to a bit of stillness. Bend the knees a little bit. Lift the heels. Then bend the knees deeply. Push off the toes. Ripple forward. Round over into a high plank pose. Look beyond your mat. Exhale. Bend your knees. Push back. Down dog. Lift heels. Bend knees. Push off those toes. Ripple forward. Think cat as you come forward. Look beyond your mat. Push the knees back. Push the hips back. Downward facing dog. One more of those and then we'll vinyasa. Lift heels, bend knees, push forward into that high plank pose and then wave it back. Down dog. This time we'll vinyasa, roll forward into high plank pose. Drop the knees if you'd like. If not, you're going to take the full push up. Drop knees, drop forearms, look forward and inhale through to upward facing dog. Try and send the chest forward. Push back, downward facing dog. Lift the heels, bend the knees, push forward, push off the toes, ripple forward. Exhale, vinyasa. Drop knees and forearms. I'm regretting my choices of hair today. And inhale, pull up to upward facing dog. Exhale, wave it back, downward facing dog. If you've got long hair as well, you know the struggle. Nice, last one. Lift heels, bend knees, push off the toes, ripple through the spine, come forward, look long, and then exhale as you lower and rise. Drop knees and forearms, drag yourself through into upward facing dog, and wave yourself back. Downward facing dog. Right leg will go up, 3-leg dog. Take it up nice and high. As you exhale, right foot goes to the outside of the right hand. Plant weight into the left hand. All 10 toes are going to swivel to the right side. You're going to come onto the outer blade of both feet. coming into high horizon lunge. Inhale to lift your arm up. Imagine that could drag that left hip underneath to stack under the right. Feeling the twist. Exhale, close it all off. Come on to spidey fingers. Feel free to walk the right foot in a bit if you took it wide. So come on to spidey fingers, and from here we're just going to rock forward and back, working into that left hip a little bit. Try and keep engaging through the left glute here as you move, so that you're moving with a little bit of structure. Even though we're swaying, we want to kind of contain the movement. Swaying forward and back, just really plugging into the toes and the big toe on that left foot. Nice. Drop your back knee to the mat. Plant your left hand. Inhale, take a twisted lizard here. Open up to the right. Exhale, right forearm's going to come and seek the mat. If it doesn't touch the mat, that's fine, but you're just working it there. Inhale, open it up. Take the twist. Exhale, right forearm seeks the mat. Nice. This time, as you sweep the right arm back, lift the left arm up. Try and work to straighten through the right leg and reach the left arm up and away. Twist into the right still. Exhale. Come back down. This time, sweep the forearm down. So we're going to do that a couple of times. So inhale, windmill it up. Open to the right. Left arm reaching long. Exhale. Close it off. Take that right forearm down to the mat. Inhale, open it up. Feel fluid. Exhale, right forearm back down to the mat. From here, come on to spidey fingers again. Tuck the back toes. Lift the hips. Work to straighten the right leg. Come into a modified pyramid. Once you're here, start to crawl your hands to the outside of that right foot, the right leg, and just start to pull the right leg back here. Keep the left heel off the mat. So don't try and ground it. It's not traditional pyramid. Nice. Walk the hands back. And we're just going to flow in and out of this. So from here, inhale, reach your right arm forward, look at it. As you exhale, start to come into that pyramid, but pull the right arm through as if it's trying to get to the back right corner of the mat. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, sweep it back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, sweep it back. Inhale, plant the right hand back under you, step back to down dog. As you roll forward, find high plank pose, slow count lower here. So on the tips of your toes, lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push back all the way up to plank. Drop knees, drop forearms, pull through once you inhale to up dog. And exhale to down dog. Drop the knees, I should have said that, at any time there. So you can feel strong. Left leg will go up, 3-leg dog. As you exhale, left foot journeys to the outside of that left hand. Come onto the right hand, lift the left hand. All 10 toes are going to turn to the long left side of your mat. Come onto the outer blade of both feet. Inhale, lift that left arm up, high horizon lunge. Use the arms seeking the sky to kind of lift up and out of the right shoulder. Keep lifting the hips. Nice. As you exhale, just gently bring that left hand back, square everything off, come to spidey fingers, and we'll just do those sways forward and back on this side. So you really want to feel the back foot here. Really want to engage the right glute, the right butt. So give it a little bit of activation. Nice. From here, let that right knee plant. Right hand will plant. As you inhale, sweep up and open. Take the twisted lizard. Exhale, left forearm to the mat. Inhale, we're going to take that twisty balance again. So plug into the right back foot. Push off the left foot. Lift up. Try and find your back foot or your back leg somehow. And then reach the right fingertips behind you, twist into the left, then come back down. Sweep that left arm up and over, bend the elbow. Elbow comes on the inside of the left foot. And then inhale, switch again. So we're just going to go back and forth through the space. There's definitely a piece of balance at play here. So just notice how you're moving. Try and make it fluid as you bring the left forearm down. I had to catch that one. And then sweep it up. I have no idea how many we did on the last side. So let's make this the last one. And then release. Let that left arm come all the way back down, tuck the back toes, work to straighten through both legs, work to lift the hips high. You can be on the palms flat or spidey fingers here, and you can lift the left toes and pull them back towards you if that feels good. Keep plugging the left thigh bone back and then twist over the left leg. Really feel the stretch here. Across the right side for me, maybe somewhere different for you, but we're trying to feel the stretch from the right hip as we twist across to the left. Come back to the center, come back to your kind of bent low lunge. And then from here, we're going to take the swaying movement. So inhale, reach the arm forward, exhale, work for that left arm to come back. Inhale, sweep the arm forward. Exhale, work the left arm back through. Inhale, sweep the arm forward. And exhale, swing it back under your right armpit. Inhale, come back forward, plant the left hand, step the left foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, push off the toes, come through into high plank pose, look long. Lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push up. High plank pose. Make sure the core comes with you. Drop knees, drop forearms, look forward. Inhale through, upward facing dog. Wave back through. Downward facing dog. Beautiful stuff. Nice. Right leg will lift high. 3-leg dog. As you exhale, bend your right knee in, pull it across to the left tricep, let it touch. Then open up the right foot, the right knee. Right foot goes to the outside of the left side of the mat. Weight into the right hand. As you twist to the left, let that left heel ground. Fallen triangle. Reach up through the fingertips. Seek some energy above as you push the mat away to engage through that right shoulder. Now look forward, reach your left arm forward, be buoyant in the left knee. We're going to see if we can hop that left knee to the left elbow, bending the elbow in. Hold in for a few moments and then place your left foot down. Swing your right foot outside of your right hand, deeply bend both knees, active squat. Exhale to stand. Inhale, reach it up, look up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, pull down, active squat. Inhale, hands to the mat. You can step or you can jump through your vinyasa. Drop knees and forearms. Inhale as you pull through to Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Nice. Left leg up, 3-leg dog. Left knee comes across the body, taps right tricep. Open that left knee up so you find fallen triangle, twisting to the right, planting your right heel down. Again, reach up and out of that right arm, don't cave in here. Be on the outer blade of the left foot. Reach that right arm forward. Be kind of springy off your back foot, bend the knee and see if you can come up. Right knee touches right elbow. And then gently, right foot outside of the mat, left foot outside left hand. Inhale to active squat. Exhale to stand, pull the energy in. Inhale, reach up, look up. Feel symmetrical here. And then exhale, pull it back down, active squat. Hands to the mat on the inhale, bend the elbows, look forward, step or jump through your vinyasa. Dropping knees and forearms and pulling yourself into upward facing dog. Push back. Downward facing dog. Beautiful stuff. From here, look to the top of the mat. We've got a 10 count journey to get feet to thumbs. So either walk the feet up nice and slow and mindfully, trying to keep everything really engaged, or you can hop there. So set yourself up, take your option, and we'll go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and feet meet, thumbs on 1. Nice. Inhale, halfway lift, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, spine long. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, root into the ground to rise all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. Drishti to the fingertips. Exhale, pull the hands through the center line, stand tall, Samastiti. Nice. Inhale, deeply bend the knees, sweep the arms alongside you. Come into Utkatasana, chair pose. Try and send your thumbs backwards here and sit low. Tuck in the tailbone as much as you can under you. And then inhale, hands will come into the center. As you exhale, we're going to twist to the right. So keep the seat low. See if you can take that left elbow outside the right thigh, coming into a twisted Utkatasana. Keep pushing one hand into the other. So you're not just letting one hand take over here. Both hands are pushing into one another to try to twist you deeper. Inhale, come to center, regroup, come to neutral or symmetry, and then exhale. This time we'll twist to the left. Take that right arm across the body, right elbow outside of left thigh. And again, you're pushing into both hands to try to get the rib cage to really rotate. So it's not just one hand doing all the work, one arm doing all the work. Both arms are playing a part here. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to fold. Straighten through the legs, coming into Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. From here, I want you to step back enough so that we can work Bakasana. So from here, come onto the toes, spike the heels, come down to the heels. So lots of options here. Either we're going to take Bakasana and go from Bakasana to tripod headstand and Vinyasa. And if you're like, whoa, there's too many things there that I'm not up for, that's fine. So if you're not looking for crow, then you're going to stay in the toe stand. And when we Vinyasa, hands down, jump back, Vinyasa. If you're working on crow, but you're not working on the headstand, then you're going to jump back from crow. Or if you're not yet jumping back, I'm about to jump back myself. If you're not yet jumping back from Bakasana, try to just find some hang time in your crow, some air. And then once we Vinyasa, you can step back. So you can let the feet go down and step back. So there's an option here for every practitioner and something to intrigue every level. So the toe stand, I'm already starting to feel this. I don't know about you. So if you stay here for a couple of breaths, that's awesome. So set yourself up. Make sure you've got enough space if you're going for the tripod to let your head meet the mat. So come into your regular Bakasana. And then if you're coming with me, you're going to send the knees nice and wide so you go super low. Chin to chest so we get onto the top of the crown of the head. Pull the knees in so they come off the arms. From here, flex the feet, send the feet out, extend the legs, come into a pike. Now the key to this is that we want to let the feet skim the ground for as long as we can. So we're going to send the feet low and then push back. And then Vinyasa. So if you're in the crow, jump back. If you're in the toe stand, jump back. And everybody meets in downward facing dog. Nice stuff. From here, we'll go through that again. Right leg up, 3-leg dog. Exhale, right knee to left tricep. Open up for fallen triangle. Twist to the left. Reach the left arm forward. buoyant off the back foot, come across, see if you can connect left forearm to left knee or left elbow to left knee. Plant the left foot gently, swing the right foot outside right hand. Inhale to the middle active squat, exhale to stand. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach it up. Exhale, back to active squat. Inhale, hands to the mat, bend the elbows, look forward, step back, or jump through vinyasa. Drop knees and forearms and pull yourself through into up dog. Push yourself into down dog. Nice. Left leg will go high, 3-leg dog. As we exhale, the left knee comes across to the right tricep and then opens up. Drop the right heel, fallen triangle. Push up and out of that left shoulder. We're going to need it for the transition to be really engaged and not dump into it. So think about where you're going, not just where you are. Reach the right arm forward. Buoyancy in that right knee as you hop up. Right knee to right elbow, just for a moment. And then right foot plants. Left foot gently goes to the outside of the left hand. Inhale. Active squat, find symmetry. Exhale to stand. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, active squat. Inhale, hands to the mat, bend the elbows, look forward. As you exhale, with vinyasa. Push back. Downward facing dog. Nice stuff. We've got that 10 count journey to the top of the mat again. So take whatever you'd like. Set yourself up. And then meet me at the top of your mat in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Feet to thumbs. Nice. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, root to rise. Come all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, pull the hands through the center line. Samastitihi. Inhale, bend the knees deeply. Sweep the arms along the mat as you come into Utkatasana. Think about thumbs pointing back here, sending the shoulders back. Inhale, hands to the center. This time we'll exhale to the left first. So right elbow on the outside of that left knee. Really push into both hands here. Use the leverage to send you deeper into the twist. Inhale, back to center. Recommit to the depth of the chair. And that's as much for me as you. And then exhale to the right. Use the exhale to send you into the twist. And once you get there, press the hands into each other so you can really feel like you're twisting from the mid-back. Inhale to the center. From here, make sure you've got that little runway in front of you if you're coming for the transition. So we're going to spike the heels, come down into the toe stand. On this round, if you're staying with the toe stand, then I want you to have a turn to the left, hold for maybe a 3 count, back to the right, exhale, turn to the right, hold for a 3 count. Just so that we're continuing to find that rotation in the toe stand. If you're going for Bakasana or the Bakasana variations into the tripod, then feel free to do that now. So find your Bakasana. And if you have a high Bakasana, by that I mean you take the knees high up, like I'm showing now, then I want you to let the knees go wide on the outsides of the arms so you can be really low. Tuck the chin to chest, gently let the head go to the mat, and then pull the knees into your chest. So the knees have got to come off the shelf you've made to come in. Flex your feet strongly, and then push the feet out into a pike pose. From here, start to let the legs go back to the back of the mat and long so that you push into your push-up, and then you can vinyasa from here. So you want to land in the low push-up ideally, but have enough momentum and enough strength to push back up and out of it. And it can take a bit of time, meet me in down dog, to kind of work that. So Feel free to play with that once we've finished, or pause and play. Beautiful. From here, right leg will go up, 3-legged up. From here, come forward, right knee comes all the way up to the right tricep, right foot goes to the left hand. So you kind of come in across here. So you're in a bit of a cross-legged position. And then I want you to gently just bring that left knee, bend it, come off the foot, and plant the left shin next to the outside of the right foot, so outside the pinky, I nearly said the pinky finger, but the little pinky toe. And here we are, into a seated twist. So from here, feel free to adjust a little bit if you need to. I want to make sure you're on both sit bones, and grab that blanket if sitting on a blanket always helps in these positions. It's a great addition. Nice. From here, take a deep inhale, just lift up tall through the spine. And then as we exhale, that left arm is going to come around, catching hold of the right thigh so that we can turn to the right, kind of like we did right at the beginning when we were in Virasana on the shins. Coming into Matsyendrasana, the Lord of the Fishes pose. And there's a really beautiful story about Matsyendrasana, well, Matsyendra asana is the pose. Matsyendra was thrown into the sea by his parents, eaten by an enormous fish, and lived under the sea in this fish for years, many years. And one day, Shiva was teaching his wife under the sea the ways of yoga. So the thing is with a lot of gods is they like to not teach many people about their gifts or about their methods. And so Shiva had taken his wife under the sea so that they couldn't be heard by other people. And she fell asleep. Keep sitting up and out of the seat while I'm telling this little story. And so he carried on teaching, and a lot of fish crowded around him, and he sort of said, is anyone even listening? And at that point, Matsyendra, within the fish, said, I am. And basically from there on in, there's lots more to the story, but Shiva taught him, like a Padawan to a Jedi, you might say. Come back to the center. Beautiful. I love that story. There's a really good podcast, actually, that I will link in the description that does that story much more justice and goes into a lot more detail about it than I do. But it's a beautiful story, and I always love to understand the names of the Sanskrit poses because, you know, why is it called Lord of the Fishes? Where's the story behind that? So a little bit of something there for you. So from here, we're going to now take a twist, and again, but this time try for an arm balance. So I'm actually going to turn so that you can see what I'm doing. So we're going to come across the body, and we've been in twists all practice. And you're going to bring that left foot close to your butt because eventually the legs are going to come to a cross-leg position. So we're going to twist around to the right side. Plant both hands down, lean forward, bend your left elbow so that both legs or one leg can wrap onto the elbow. And you could even open up into EPK here, Ekapada Kundanyasana, or you can just stay in the cross-legged Pajvabhakasana crow pose. And then when you've had enough, you come back down, you find yourself back into Matsyendrasana, Lord of the Fishes pose. From here, we're going to take a variation of Kronchasana. So we're going to work to straighten through this right leg. So keep your left leg bent. And then from here, try to keep sitting nice and up and out of your sit bones. We're going to catch the foot with both hands, the right foot, and then work to straighten through that leg. So as we straighten, we don't want to sit back. So try to sit up nice and tall. You can point the toes and you can just work to pull that right leg into you as much as you can. Feel the right hip flexor do the work, the front of the hip. Be here for 5, sitting up nice and tall. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly bend the right knee. come back into the pose. And then from here, we're going to come back the way we came in. So you're going to plant your left hand down, plant your right hand down, come up off your butt, and then keep your right foot where it is. Send your left foot back to down dog. Send your right foot back to down dog. Feel free to shake the right leg there if that was a bit much. From here, we'll do all of that on the other side. So the left leg will lift. Bend the knee, left knee to the left tricep, left foot over to the right hand, and then be buoyant on that back knee, bend it, and lightly just step forward. So that right shin now is going so that the right knee is to the left side of your foot. It's probably a convoluted way to get there, but it's a quick way to get there. Sitting on both sit bones here, feel free to adjust the feet by bringing the right foot a bit closer to you. Take an inhale here, hands clasped on the left leg to just sit up tall. So just like we were at the beginning, we've got that puppet master or puppeteer lifting us up and out of the sit bones, but drawing the chin back and down so we're not hiking through the neck. Sit up nice and tall. And then we'll go for the twist. So as you inhale, you can take hold of that left leg with the right arm, pull that left thigh bone into you, and then twisting to the left, fingertips behind you. Use all of that. Use the fingertips like we did earlier, like that electric current to zip you up nice and tall. And just be. Just notice how the twist feels on this side. Every inhale, you're going to just come up a bit taller. So that electric current is whizzing through your left fingertips, and every exhale, you're going to twist a little bit deeper, coming from the mid-back. Try not to hike the chin. One more deep inhale here, sit up nice and long. And deep exhale, twisting from the middle. Inhale, come all the way back to center. So I'll turn back around for this. So we're going to try the funky arm balance again. It's essentially Parsva side crow, but there's just a little bit more going on, but it can be a little bit more accessible to get into it from this position. So even if you're not side crowing or doing any of the Ekapada Kundaliniasanas, give this a try because it can feel just a bit different to enter from different places. So that being said, I like to scoot that right heel a bit closer to my butt so I've got more space to turn. And then turning to the left, you want to hook that right top of arm up and over your right thigh so that the right thigh is on the back of your right upper arm. And then plant the hands, lean forward, keep the legs crossed. You can open up here into the Kundaliniasana, or you can keep the legs crossed and eventually come back down. I always find it awkward to know which foot is going where, but the right foot is going towards the back, left foot back towards the top. Nice, and then from here we'll try that variation or modification of Heron pose or Kronchasana. So sitting tall onto both sit bones and make sure they're both grounded. Bring your left knee into your chest, catch hold of the foot. Really flex the foot at this point and then start to straighten through the leg. Once you get there, you can flex the toes if that feels nice, but really start to lift up and out. So try not to sit back. This is why the blanket might help you to stay long. Keep thinking of that puppet master above you or mistress, and then just draw the left leg in towards you. Try to keep the back as long as you can. Try not to round in the low back. Be here for 5. Sit up nice and tall for 4, for 3, for 2. And slowly bend the knee. Plant the foot back to where you got it from on 1. Nice. We won't go back to down dog from here. We're just going to lean back and unravel so that we can come to sit neutral. And let's find some neutrality. We've been left to right and all sorts in this twisted vinyasa. So come to a seat. Again, the blanket, great if you find it, you need some elevation here. And then flex the toes deeply. Fingertips, spidey hands are going to come to the outside. You drop the shoulders down. Think one last time here about that puppet master just lifting you up. So really elevating without lifting the head. So keeping the chin neutral, keeping the spine nice and congruent. Dandasana. Keep pulling the toes back towards the shins to really engage the legs. From here, inhale, sweep the arms up, drishti to the fingers. And as you exhale, send the body over the legs. Come into Paschimottanasana. Feel free to bend through the knees here so that you can get a nice deep connection. And really fold, kind of fold yourself in half by having the low belly connecting to the thighs. Slow everything to come back to sort of symmetrical here, just straight down the middle. Slowly rise back up. As you inhale, bend the knees, bring them in towards you. We're going to slowly come down onto our back, so shuffle forward if you need space on the back of your mat to come down. Nice. We're going to take advantage of those twists with just 2 active back bends here. So first I'll offer Setu Bandhasana bridge pose and then Urdhva Dhanurasana wheel. So if you'd prefer something a bit more restorative and you've got a block or a blanket, you could come into a supported bridge, popping it underneath your sacrum. If not, you're going to come with me. So feet are going to come up towards your butt, hands are going to plant, arms are going to plant down. From here, as you inhale, tuck your tailbone underneath you, flatten the spine. Exhale, lift the hips high. You can allow the hands to clasp under you and work to bring the shoulders really close together here. Press the knees forward as you pull the heels back. So you've got that 2-way action. Squeeze your glutes, maybe give them a poke and just check that they're on. And lift up high. Be here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release the hands and slowly lower. On 1. Nice. Resist the urge to fidget. Just let the back bend settle in. Next round, you're either going to go again for the bridge pose, great choice, or you're going to come with me for Urdhva Dhanurasana, full wheel. So if you're coming with me, you're going to bend your elbows, take your hands outside your head, fingers pointing back towards your shoulders, plant the feet, inhale, spine flattens to the mat again, just like before. Exhale, push off the feet and the hands to take you into your full wheel. Keep engaging your glutes here. Keep sending your chest through your arms, so towards the back of your mat. So for me, that's towards the window. Be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and on 1, chin to chest. Release whatever pose you went into, whether it was reclined, whether it was restorative, they were all reclined, I'm assuming, whether it was the wheel. And just come down, relax. From here, take the soles of the feet together and just let the knees go wide. Maybe rocking from side to side if that feels good. Just letting go of any tension we've got there in the hips, in the sacrum. And then come to neutral. Feel free to place your hands on your low belly, just to have that kind of body connection. That might feel nice. And then just gently readjust the neck here. So lift the head and pull the chin a little bit back and then just drop the head down. So you're in a nice neutral spine, neutral neck. You're not lifting or crunching. And from here, drift away into your Shavasana. Maybe you're intrigued about Matsyendranath, Lord of the Fishes. Maybe you're just reflecting on the practice. Maybe you're just feeling content and you're just going to move into Shavasana with the intention of letting go of any thoughts, any externals, and just being, which is a beautiful, beautiful place to be. Let the breath go into autopilot here. No control needed. It's done its job. Now it's going to do its job without you guiding, like it does for every second that you're alive. It's usually just doing its thing. You're not even thinking about it, worrying about it, working it. So let it go back to doing its thing for the next few moments. This is where we will leave you in Shavasana. But as always, stay for as long as you have available. Allow all of the twists within the body to start to go back to neutral. And hopefully some energy that you found when you went left and right is now just settling into your bones, your muscles, your tissues, your joints, and your spirit. As always, it's a pleasure to practice with you on YouTube Yogi. Until we see each other again, thank you for practicing with me today.